Hi guys, welcome to the December 2025 energy update along with the astrology. I'm going to be tapping into that. So we're starting off the month December 4th with a full moon in the sign of Gemini. And Gemini is connected to communication. It is an air sign. It is connected to the planet Mercury. And it is about revealing secrets. What is hidden will be revealed, and that the truth shall set you free. And so whatever has been hidden from you will come up no matter what. And this truth will then bring a form of liberation, whether for yourself or for the person who's been holding back the truth. Even though it may be difficult for that person, when the truth does come out, it is ultimately for their highest good. It is almost like the scales of balance coming back into harmony. And this is about communicating your truth without holding back. And whenever we try to people please and hold our truth back, we are actually holding back that other person from a certain lesson to come through, for a certain lesson to be learned. So it's very important that you not hold back or walk on eggshells in order to make sure that person is comfortable at the cost of you holding back your truth. So this is about communication also in groups. Communicating and resolving issues around relationships. When I think of Gemini, I think of the masculine and the feminine, but also the light and the dark, and noticing your shadow. In November, we had a lot of inner shadow work coming up. There's a lot of work on the inner child and realizing some hidden aspects that were denied, that were seen as shameful, coming up to the surface. And it was not easy at all, because seeing these aspects of ourselves really can be terrifying, because we think that the issue is maybe the other person, but within us, these subconscious beliefs are being mirrored out there in the world. And having compassion again towards yourself and realizing that you are breaking many generations of ancestral karma, and that this is coming up so you can end the cycle of such pain from reoccurring over and over again. And so this has been a huge time around relationships, partnerships specifically, and for those who are in a narcissist / empath dynamic, for the empath to learn the medicine of valuing themselves, of opening up their throat chakra, of allowing themselves fully to speak their truth, even if they are not received, to speak their truth, because in that they liberate themselves. To stay quiet, not only does it create resentment, anger that stays in the body, but it manifests on the physical level. It impacts the nervous system. Gemini is connected to the nervous system and to the lungs, to breathing. And so it may be grief coming up in order to be cleared. There are aspects of the nervous system coming up to surface so you can better take care of you, and for you to be the center, and that it is not selfish. And if there is someone, again, if you are in a dynamic with a narcissist, then you will be made to believe that you are being selfish and that you're being too much in some ways. But this is where it's very important to be discerning, to create the boundary, and to use the sacred no, to not allow someone to tell you what you are worthy of. Growing up, we did not choose the parents that we came into this world with. Maybe one parent or two parents might have invalidated your emotions, made you think, or the story that was created within your mind made you think that you are not worthy of love or of receiving great pleasure and beauty and overall abundance. And so this has been a big time of rewiring these aspects. So through communication and speaking up and not being afraid, because there could be a level of shame that's holding people back from sharing with people around them, especially their friends, especially if it's been a pattern that's been reoccurring. But to isolate yourself and to not speak your truth and to be afraid of being judged, first of all, if the friends around you are judging you, then they are not friends. Second of all, maybe it is you that's judging yourself. And choosing one or two of your friends who you truly confide with to speak these things, because certain patterns take time to dissolve, and to have that compassion is very important. Another way of actually speaking your truth is voice recording. You don't have to tell someone. You can just record on your phone and maybe send yourself a message. This is very, very healing and expansive for you. So communication, liberating yourself, allowing what is stuck right here or within your chest, within your heart or your nervous system to be released without holding back, without judging that it is too much. So this is the full moon happening. It is the last full moon of this year. It has been, for me, I named this year the year of the shadow, dissolving of shadow, revealing of truths, what was hidden coming up to the surface, and the year of community. So let me know in the comment section what themes came up for you this past year. I am very curious to know. And in December, the first half, we are in the sun sign of Sagittarius. Sagittarius is the sign of freedom, travel, internal travel, maybe shamanic journeying, or maybe looking within your belief systems, understanding yourself, reflecting, using journal prompts that will allow you to further understand what you desire to create in this world. Where are you limiting yourself? And so reaching for the stars, reaching for the things that you want, and asking yourself, what do I truly want? Am I holding myself back out of fear of being ridiculed or judged? Am I holding myself back because I don't think I have what it takes? Imposter syndrome. And really just believing in yourself. For example, if you are a dancer or an artist and you think that you're not worthy of performing in front of a group of people, maybe it is time that you challenge yourself and allow yourself to step up and to see things more from a positive perspective. Sagittarius is seeing things from a higher perspective, a more positive one, connecting to the energy of gratitude. And if you find this difficult to connect to the energy of gratitude, I highly recommend checking out a meditation that guides you through gratitude affirmations. I actually have my own meditation on an Insight Timer. It is for free, and it's a gratitude affirmation meditation. You can just simply listen to it and receive the energy from the meditation. And on Insight Timer, I have over 25 free meditations. I also have a course, a 5-day simple course on ceremonial grade cacao and how to have your own ceremony at home. If you are interested in that, I have the link down below. Sagittarius energy is also placing your arrow-focused attention onto what you desire to create in the world. What legacy do you want to leave behind? And this is the energy of also your beliefs. What belief systems do you have? The inner teacher as well. And then we move on to the new moon in Sagittarius on December 20th. So new beginning, new energy. You might get called to reflect on the past year and then to reflect on what you desire to create for the upcoming year. And this coincides with then Capricorn season, which is the perfect season for planning things out, for making a list, and for making long-term goals. Capricorn season is around the inner masculine, your inner authority. Planning out your daily life, maybe reflecting on what do I want to add into my life? What do I want to remove that might be depleting me? What uplifts me? And this is also around taking care of your body, taking care of your vessel, not over pushing, especially that on December 21st, we have the winter solstice, and the winter solstice is about coming back to yourself and the energy of the void, the darkness. And this is connected to the feminine energy. Like connecting to that void, it's almost like the death and rebirth energy. The death in order for the new you to emerge. And that reflection is essential. Reflecting on what lessons did I learn from this past year? What were some of the wins? What were some of the down times? And what can I learn from those times? Because those challenges are for you to upgrade you. You are not a victim. And Capricorn season is about bringing awareness that you are not a victim to your life. You are the one who creates your life. And this could be hard to hear this, especially when you feel like things have been happening to you. But it's about shifting perspective, as Sagittarius energy, shifting your perspective, seeing it from a different angle, and just saying, how can I change this aspect of my life? Capricorn energy is about self-containment. It is about protecting your body and yourself from overworking and overdoing things, and also using that sacred no, saying no to things. And again, it is not selfish. It is you creating more time for yourself, especially for someone who's used to saying yes and you don't want to disappoint people. But ultimately, you need to take care of yourself and fill up your own cup. To realize that there is time for work and there's a time for play, especially during the transition into the winter solstice, because when it's cold outside, naturally our biology asks for us to slow down. If you see bears hibernate during this season, things slow down. And there's almost like this silence, this quietness. If you go into a forest and it's covered with snow, there's this sense of just like, I want to reflect and be present and silent. I know this might be difficult, especially it's a Christmas time, right? On December 25th, and just having a lot of people and family. And that's more of a reason to slow down and to create that time of being present with yourself. You can do this again through meditation, where you're journaling as well, drinking ceremonial grade cacao. And this is something that I intentionally try to do, especially with a group, because it really does help in creating that sacred space. One last point about the Gemini full moon is that it is a time of reclaiming your power. So ending the year with really reclaiming your power, and to reflect on the themes of this past year connected to June, when it was Gemini season, and how it really was a time of your inner masculine stepping up and realizing that truly it has been a year of revealing truths. Again, I don't know if that is true for everyone, but from the people around me, I have noticed this to be the theme. And that it's been inviting the masculine, and within us we have the feminine and masculine, to step up and to be more emotionally mature, to have certain conversations. So I've taken out some cards from two different oracle card decks. The first one is from the Archetypes card deck. This is the pocket version of the Kim Kranz Archetype oracle card deck. And I shuffled the cards, and the first card that came through was the Storm. So the Storm is connected to the Tower card. It is connected to dissolving certain beliefs, certain situations, or a challenge coming through in order for the awareness around a situation to come through. Because sometimes we get the nudge and we don't listen until a big happening or situation takes place. And there's almost like a shattering of a certain way of being and a new you emerging. And I see in the card there's like a hand reaching out, and this hand is asking you to ask for help, to not do things on your own, and to realize that you are not alone, and that this situation that you're going through, it is not the first time, and you're not the only person in the world that this has happened. And so realizing the need for compassion, first of all, and second of all, the Tower card might be a scary thing, but it's actually meant to upgrade you and the person related to the situation. And it really is an up-leveling time for you. And with this year being the 9 year, coming to an end, it's like grieving, crying, releasing, and welcoming this new version of yourself, this more emotionally mature version of yourself. Again, tune in to see if this resonates with you. The second card is the flame. Creating sacred time for yourself, lighting a candle, lighting some sage or Palo Santo. By intentionally creating that sacred space and reflecting, it is like a portal. It is you're like opening a door to connecting to your subconscious, to your true self. And the candle energy, the inner flame, connecting to what lights your fire, to your heart's desire. And I think of the goddess Pele, the Hawaiian goddess, and just connecting to what brings that energy of passion and desire, and really reflecting on that. For example, dance or music or art, that's what brings me up. And another thing is to connect with like-minded people. If you find that you are hiding yourself in a group of people, then they are not your people. You want to feel uplifted around certain people. So the inner flame, connecting back to that, especially in the northern hemisphere where there's the winter solstice, there's this need of rekindling what makes you happy, what uplifts you, and what you desire to create without holding back. Again, we might be scared to start something new for some people, and it's very important just to give yourself permission to make mistakes, because they are paving the way for a greater level of you, a greater level of creation. And the third card, the last card from this deck, is the mentor. And you could see the owl, and the white owl energy is the energy of seeing through the illusions, piercing through the illusions, and being discerning, to not allow everything into your field. You don't know someone until you know their shadow. And it's very important that what you see on the surface is truly not maybe what is within their true intentions. And the mentor card is also around that you are a teacher, to share your knowledge, your wisdom with the world, and to trust in your abilities, and to not hold back. And to realize that you are always the student, learning, expanding, and being humble enough to see that, and to not let your ego to get in the way and realizing, oh, I'm the best at everything. No, we are all students, but we are also teachers. And to share your wisdom and to realize that you do have very valuable knowledge that other people don't have. Sometimes people think, oh, this is common knowledge. No, it's not. When you say it's common knowledge, that means you don't even know that you have a lot of knowledge. You downplay what you know. And it's very important to realize that you are truly a teacher. Sagittarius energy, I think of the teacher, seeker of the truth, seeking what is for the highest good. So the next oracle card deck that I took out from was the Crystal Medicine Oracle card deck. And the first card, beautifully, is the Divine Feminine card. And this is coming back to slowing down the void energy. It is about taking care of your body, asking yourself, what does my body need in this moment? And you could see the yin and the yang sort of symbol there. The yin and the yang is about the work and play. So that theme again repeating itself. Capricorn energy, I would say it's about slowing down and not overly exerting yourself, but also having this steady practice of doing and taking action, and to not get in your own way in your mind. And having the balance of the emotion, witnessing the emotion, but not letting that hold you back from taking action and doing the thing. Sometimes we might think we need to be in a certain emotional state to create, but it's okay. It doesn't have to be perfect. And what is perfect, right? This made up idea of perfection is what's holding us back from creating. And the second card, perfectly, again, I shuffled these cards, is the arrow card, moving forward. There is a sense of movement forward. There maybe has been quite a bit of stagnation for quite a bit of people for the last couple of months. And so December, there's going to be a major movement forward. You're going to start seeing certain projects coming to fruition, or beginning a new project, especially after Mercury retrograde goes direct on November 29th, or has gone direct on November 29th. And there's the shadow period, but then by the middle of December, there will be a full direct energy, and you'll still start seeing projects and money abundance coming through, and ideas coming through, and really giving those ideas importance. And the third card, the last card, celebration, celebrating yourself, celebrating how far you've come, because sometimes we forget to do that, and community, connection, and celebrating in groups, and celebrating yourself and how far you've come on also your inner work, your self-development, because there's just been so much coming through around that. So this is the month of December. It's about empowerment, releasing, letting go of what no longer serves you, and forward movement, celebration. So I'm wishing you an amazing month of December, the last month of this year, 2025. I hope you had a gentle 2025. It has been really intense for many people that I know. But with that, we're coming into the 1 year or the 10-year next year of 2026, the year of the horse in the Chinese zodiac sign, and there will be major movement forward. So thank you so much for watching. Please like this video. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already done so, and I look forward to seeing you in the new year.